Okay, we have the address, we have the calculated ether. Hey, all of you, hope you guys are great and welcome back to this full stack NFT marketplace project video. So in the last video, we have built the functionality of reselling token. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll link in the I button on the description so you guys can follow that. And this video is going to be a very advanced one because in this video, we're going to display the data of the creators, NFT creators. Not only that, we're going to calculate the entire worth of their NFTs and display, and we're going to build a robust systems and display that who are the exactly top creators of NFT on this marketplace. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so here I have opened the project. Make sure you do that. So first thing we have to do is to create a folder and make sure that you create this folder in a root directory. So click on this and create a folder, and we'll call it, let's say top creators. Okay, that's the name we're going to give, creators, and in that we're going to create a file, and this file we'll call it topcreator.js. okay, it's a JavaScript file, JS, not JSX. And in this we're going to build the system, and what this system will do, and this system is actually a part of data modeling, that how you can structure the data. Okay, and that's a very vast topic. Okay, so if you want to become a pro developer, you have to know that how you have to design a proper data modeling. Okay, so the logic here, what we're going to build is, we have the all NFTs and we have the data, we have the information about the users who created that NFT and the price of that NFT. Okay, so one user can create multiple NFT. Okay, so the entire logic is going to be like this, that one user, if a user created 10 NFTs and each NFT cost $10, okay, sorry, 10 ether, so altogether that particular user have created 50 ethers of NFTs. Okay, so we're going to calculate the entire worth of NFT which is created by a single user. Okay, single creator. So that's the entire system we're going to build, and this is a part of a data structure. Okay, so I hope you will learn something new in this. So let's start working on it. So we're going to build a function, we'll export it, and we'll call it const, and we're going to call this function to get top creators, and this will receive an array. Okay, this will receive an array of creators, and we'll take this const and we'll call final creators, empty array, and here we're going to take this const and we'll say final result, and here we're going to use the special function which is a reduce. Okay, so if you want to know more about this reduce function, you can simply go to MDM and you can find it out. Okay, so we'll call this reduce, and it needs a callback function. So in this we're going to pass this index and we're going to pass the current value. Okay, current value, so we have the current value, and it's going to be an arrow function. And in this what we're going to do is we're going to build a system. We'll take this index, we're going to pass this current value, seller, and equal to empty array. Okay, once we have that, we're going to post that entire data to this current value. Okay, simple logic. Let's come down, we're going to say return index, and simply come down here, and it's going to be an empty object. Now here we're going to take this object dot entries, and in that we're going to take this final result. We're going to simply call this for each method, and it's reads a callback function. We'll call it item. It's going to be an array function. In that we're going to take this const seller, and it's going to be a first. Okay, we'll take another one, we'll call total, so the total sum of the NFTs, we'll call it NFT1, and we have that. Simply come down, we're going to loop over it. Okay, so we'll say item, let's say new item. Okay, let's call new item, and this new item will have this number. In that we're going to take this new item dot price. Okay, we are only, because this NFT array has a all sort of properties like details about the owner, about the images, but we are only focusing on the price. Okay, so we have the price. On that we're going to call this reduce method, and it's need a callback function. In that we're going to pass the previous value. Okay, so when this loop will run, it will remember the previous value and it will add to the coming value. Okay, so we'll have the previous value, and here we're going to say current value, and we're going to sum up this together. Okay, so simply come here, and we're going to take this previous value plus current value, and we're going to take this index as a 0. Okay, so when the loop will start for the very first time, it would be a 0, but as it goes on and on, the data would be keep updating. Okay, so I'm going this way, or okay, had value, providing the value or you can do one thing. You can take it as a variable. Let's do that. Let's remove it. Okay, you can take it as a variable, but I'm just going in this way. I'm putting right straight away the value. Okay, so 0. And now we have to simply, once we have the data, we're going to simply return this. We're going to push this, the entire data, into this final creators, and simply push this seller, and we have to push this total. Okay, so that's the data we are pushing into this, and now we're going to simply return the final data. Okay, so in this, the data will get the creator, the address of the seller, and we get the total worth of ether they have in terms of NFTs. Okay, so that's working fine, looking pretty good. Now let's come here and we'll go to this index page, and here we have to send that data. Okay, so first we're going to import that function. So get topper, and that's coming from the, let's say, coming from top creators and top creators. So here we have that one. Now simply copy that, and we'll come here. We're going to say creator listed list and const creators. We're going to call the function, and we're going to pass the entire NFT data. Okay, so we have this in this. So this is how we're going to pass it. Now we're going to simply console log this, the entire data. Okay, so for the time being, let's do one thing, comment this one. Okay, so that's working fine. Now here we're going to pass the data, top creator in the top follower. Okay, we're going to pass that creator data and simply copy that and come here, and here we're going to receive that prop. So top creator, and let's come here and simply scroll down. This is the button we have, and here we are displaying. Okay, so here we have the all the data, all the follower components, and here we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to replace this card array with the actual data. Simply pass it and save it, and if we come up here and simply comment this portion. Okay, I just try to keep it. So just do what I'm doing. Okay, I know this is a quite advanced one. Okay, you have to know that how you have to deal with the algorithm, how you have to deal with the data structure. Okay, so just follow. If it not make sense, when you will see the result, everything will make sense. Okay, so that's working fine. Now let's come up here, go into this follower tab card, and here we have received this data, and that's the data we are passing up here. Okay, so here we have this user element.user, but right now we don't have any information about the any user images. Okay, so we'll just leave it like this. So we'll say okay, before we do that, let's come up here, and right now you can see top created list, we don't have anything here. Okay, so no information is displayed. Reload the browser, and you can see not this one we have to click on. You can see the other tabs are working fine because they have the demo data, but the popular tab in which we have attached that popular creator is not displaying. Okay, let's come back to, we're going to fix this one, and let's come here, and here we have the top creator, and actually we have to look at the data. Okay, so where here we have this function, and here we are passing that data, and okay, let's come back to this function we have created, top created list, and I made a silly mistake in this function. Okay, so I was stopped the recording and I was trying to find out that what is the problem happening. So this is the problem which I have created here. So here we're going to fix this one, simply equal to index, and we're going to say current value dot seller. Okay, and if you save, now everything would be working fine. Okay, so make sure you do these changes. Now let's come here, and here you can see we have the data. We have the two creators, and we have the address, and we have the price, the total worth of ether they have. Ether they have. Okay, so that's everything's working fine. Okay, so we have the seller, total price, total value of NFT, and now if we come here, and here you can see we have the two creators, and we are displaying this data. Okay, and here we're going to display the actual data. So let's come back here, and we'll simply close this one, come back to the follower tab, and go to this follower tab card component, and here we're going to display. So let's close all the tabs, and now let's come here. So here we are, and where we go, so this is the data we have here. Simply remove this one, and simply click on this follower tab, and go to this follower tab. Okay, click on this, and here we are into, you can see how we are utilizing this component in multiple places. I know it's become very nested, but you can see in this way you have to write very less code. imagine that you have to write the same code over and over again for different places, okay, in the different places in your application. But we are using this components, and now what we're going to do is simply we have the data in here, and we'll say first thing we have to display the, let's say, price. So element dot price, and if we have the price, then we want to display the price, but if we don't have the price, we have to display this 0. Okay, make sure it's not price, it's total. Okay, so change this to total, and here you can see we have the total price. Okay, so this user have created, no matter how many NFT he or she created, we're going to sum up, we are summing up all the NFT value and displaying that. Okay, so the first created contain 457 ether, so this is the amount, and this is the, like, it's really pretty huge. And here we're going to display the actual address instead of name. Right now we can't display the name because we don't have that. It's better to display the address, so we'll display the address seller, and we'll use this slice method because we don't want to display the huge address, we want to display a part of it. So we'll call this slice method. It will start from, let's say, 0, and it will go all the way to 9. If we save that, you can see here we have the address looking perfect. It's looking perfect. Now let's do something about the images, because we don't have the images, so let's add a condition. So if we have the background image, then it's good, we have to display the background image, but if we don't have, then we want to display this demo. So let's import the images, all the images. So that's coming from the image folder, and simply copy, and that's what we're going to call it. We're going to say this hardcode value, save it. Here we have that one. Same thing we have to do is with the, let's say, user. Okay, 1. So for the time being we are going this way. Okay, let's make it, no, let's bring it back to 1. So that's looking fine. Okay, we have the address, we have the calculated ether and that's looking perfect. So if we come here, if we create, let's change me the account. So this time we're going to create with account number 5. Okay, fresh account. Let's do this reset, and now let's create it quickly, and let me give the name, and this time we are calling the price 231, sorry, 321. Okay, so just keep that price in mind, and now come here, confirm, and you can see this one is working fine. The data is loading. Here we come back here in the home page, and here you can see the data is arrived here and looking fine. And here we have the account ad. Okay, 321. So this user created the NFT. Okay, so it's working fine. This looking good. Now let's come here and close all this one, and come up here, and we're going to add the condition. We'll say creator length is equal to 0. Then we want to display this loader, else we want to display this component. Okay, so we are using this reloader component over and over again, and now things are looking perfect. You can see the data came and everything's working fine. We can come here, we can buy. I really like this to buy NFTs and just relist. And here you can see we are getting an error. Okay, and this error is happening in our author page. Okay, so we're gonna fix this bug, not a big deal. Simply close this, go back to the author page, and in the author page we have the component here, this follower component we are using. So here we have this follower component. Okay, so we have this follower component, and here we have this data, but in this we don't have the seller data. Okay, so we're going to create it. Okay, so let's come here, we'll create seller, and we'll give this random text because we don't have the address. Simply copy and do. It's working fine. Now let's close this one and come back and reload the page. Okay, we are still getting the error. I know why we are getting the error, because we are displaying the top creators down below, so where we have to provide this information as well. So it's happening in tab component. So let's come here and go to this author. You can see here we have to provide that. Okay, so let's click on this. So here we have the array in the author page, and here we have to provide that seller address. Let's give this random address for the time being. Copy and simply paste here. paste here. So looking so far so good. Okay, everything's working fine. Now save it, come back to the application, reload the browser, and here you can see everything's looking fine. Right now we have listed one NFT to the marketplace, and that's the one you can see right up here. This is the NFT, we own it. This is the NFT which we have listed. Okay, we're displaying for the time being. Okay, and here we have the follower data. Okay, we can see that we have the address, but these are the demo address, so that's why they don't have any balance. Okay, and this is working fine. If you click on the follower, all the tabs are working fine and look beautiful. So everything's functionable and connected with the contract, smart contract, and that looks good. I really like to switch, and things are looking pretty good. Let's come back to the home page, and if you come down here, and here you can see this one is also working fine. This one is also working fine. Now, so let's come back here and close all these open folders. Close this one, close this one, close this open files. So with that, we are done with this video. Hope you guys have learned something new, how to work with the data. If you have still any confusion, any doubt, then do leave in the comment section. I do understand that this part is a little advanced to move your head around. Okay, so try to watch the code once again and try to understand that how the data is flowing. If you have still any confusion, do leave in the comment section. I'll try to help you. And if you haven't joined the Discord server, and if you have still any problem, please join the Discord server. Link is in the description, and ask your question all in that. Okay, it has become because it's very hard to answer you all your queries in a small lines in the in YouTube. Okay, so make sure to join this Discord server which we have built, and we have the community where we can help each other. Okay, so that's the only thing I want to cover. In the next video, we're going to build the loader. Okay, so you have noticed one thing: when we are fetching the data from the smart contract, it taking a little bit time. So we're going to build a loader. So as the data is getting fetched in the background, we want to display that loader. Okay, so that's loader we're going to build in the next video. So I believe that you will learn something new in the next video, how to build a loader. So hope you are enjoying this project. If you have still any confusion, do leave in the comment section and do let me know. And if you are new to my channel, hit like and subscribe. That will motivate me a lot to come up with this. So with that said, let's move to the next video.